We continue with scattered strong thunderstorms this evening. The focus, though, shifting toward more in the way of severe weather as we go into Saturday. The future radar is coming up.
Plus, Kentucky's Attorney General unveils new domestic violence guidelines.
Offenders should know that in this Commonwealth, these crimes will result in serious consequences.
How these changes could impact victims and what experts are saying about the new approach.
And a deadly collision between a bicyclist and a motorcyclist in Lexington has sparked a call for improved road safety.
Any loss is tragic and heartbreaking, and anything that is a preventable loss is even worse.
WKYT News at 6 starts now. Look up, Lexington. The Goodyear blimp is soaring over our city today. Chris James shared these great shots with Chris's At Kentucky weather feed, capturing the blimp gliding over downtown and the big blue building.
So if you thought you saw it, you were right.
Yes.
Good evening. Welcome to WKYT News at 6. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Destiny Quinn. The blimp came just in time, and while things have calmed down, we are bracing for some stormy weather this weekend.
I have to watch that. It is a first alert weather day right now. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey for the latest updates on that situation.
Yeah, they got in perfectly this afternoon with a little bit of a break in the action as we roll into tomorrow. It's tomorrow afternoon and evening getting my attention for the potential for some true severe thunderstorms across central and eastern Kentucky. That's why yesterday we put out this first alert weather day and extended that through Saturday evening. Those rounds of thunderstorms with a damaging wind risk that will flare right back up. Overall, I can't say the tornado risk tomorrow is zero, but it's really, really low. Threat is there for some large hail, but the damaging winds and the local flash flood threat going to be the prime players for any thunderstorm that goes up tomorrow afternoon and evening. We've had quite a bit of rain already on the day into central and eastern Kentucky. Those thunderstorms across the southeast, hey, they put down a couple or 3 inches in just an hour or two's time into parts of the mountains. That stuff is on the other side of the Kentucky-Virginia border right now. That is now into southwestern parts of the Commonwealth of Virginia, leaving the Commonwealth of Kentucky alone. Little rain into Pikeville, central Kentucky, into the bluegrass region, not a whole lot. Somerset, a quick hitting shower has made its way right on top of the downtown area over the past 15 minutes or so. The atmosphere is much calmer than how we started the day into central Kentucky. Still, though, a little thunderstorm. I'm going to try and clip northern parts of Fleming County. That's rolling out of Mason County. We'll head into Lewis County coming up shortly. Additional scattered stuff to the north, but overall it is a calmer atmosphere this evening into central Kentucky than how we started the day, and I think that's going to carry us into much of the overnight. What happens, though, this boundary is already slowing down back here to the west with a wave of low pressure developing along it. So that means this front gets in here tomorrow and doesn't fully push through until tomorrow evening. Along and ahead of that, that's where we're going to focus on the greater threat for severe weather as this cool Canadian air comes in behind it, surging out ahead of it. A lot of tropical humidity. Guys, when I see that setup, that again can fire up a little greater concentration of severe weather into the afternoon tomorrow. We'll focus on that with a future radar to help you plan your weekend in about 15 minutes.
And we'll see you then, Chris. Thank you very much. Earlier today, Kentucky's Attorney General Russell Coleman unveiled the state's new resource manual for domestic violence prosecution.
WKYT's Jessica Umbro was in Oldham County and explains what the manual does and why AG Coleman says it's so important. It's our top story at 6.
Make no mistake. Let me be crystal clear. We will pursue offenders in our Commonwealth, and I'm so grateful that this is a tool to help us do that.
The new features of the 2024 Domestic and Interpersonal Violence Prosecution Policy Procedure Manual focuses on DV victims' rights in Kentucky. Brittany Scordo, Director of Partner Violence and Parenting Programs at the Nest Center for Women, Children, and Families of Lexington, says victim advocacy is a key part of addressing domestic violence in the community.
We need victims to feel safe and empowered and supported so that they can come forward, share their story, and actually access meaningful justice. Otherwise, prosecutors cannot do their job to hold offenders accountable.
One of the themes that Attorney General Russell Coleman said is important is giving victims a multitude of avenues that they can take, as well as equipping prosecutors with different routes that they can use to keep victims safe.
It's a reminder of where to reach out to get those immediate services because of the immediacy oftentimes of what we're facing here.
A key point of the manual is that not every domestic violence situation is the same. Pressing charges may be best for some, while others may opt for an emergency protective order.
There are all these different factors that you have to take into consideration when you are working with the survivor who's trying to make choices to keep themselves safe. It is a very complex situation.
In Oldham County, Jessica Umbro, WKYT.
Anyone who's been a victim of a crime is encouraged to contact the Attorney General's Victim Resource and Referral Line. That number can be found at the bottom of your screen.
One of the men accused in the Amber Spradlin murder case in eastern Kentucky is asking to go back to work.
New at 6, Michael McKinney is a business owner and dentist in Floyd County. He's also facing 8 counts of complicity to tampering with physical evidence in connection to Spradlin's murder. McKinney was released on a $250,000 cash bond, but was placed on house arrest. He's now asking to return to work on a monitored schedule. The motion is expected to be heard Monday. Tonight on WKYT News at 10 and 11, we're hearing from one of Spradlin's family members about the updates in the case.
A Berea man is facing child abuse charges following an incident at a Richmond Child Development Center in April. 40-year-old Casey Cottle was arrested August 9th after a nearly 5-month investigation revealed surveillance footage of him bruising a 3-year-old child's arm. Richmond police also linked Cottle to 2 other incidents in a different city, though no charges were filed. The Kentucky River Foothills Development Council, which oversees the center, says they were unaware of these prior incidents.
Within our process for our hiring, all of our processes are followed. We conduct multiple background checks. Those include the Administrative Office of the Courts, Child Abuse Neglect Registry, and the FBI fingerprint, all which are required within child care licensing within the state.
Cottle was released on a $2,500 bond and is prohibited from contacting minors. He will appear in court next Tuesday.
A Lexington man has been arrested after allegedly shooting a dog and holding a woman against her will. Ethan Drahovzal is facing multiple charges. Those include kidnapping an adult and torture of a dog or cat. According to his arrest citation, Drahovzal broke into a residence by shooting out the window. After entering, police say he shot a dog with restricted ammunition. While inside, the citation says he prevented the woman who lived there from leaving, hit her multiple times, and attempted to rape her. After the incident, Drahovzal was arrested and was booked into jail.
We now know the names of 2 people who were killed in a crash between a motorcycle and a bicycle in Lexington last night. That accident happened on Mason Headley Road near Beacon Hill Road, where both riders were pronounced dead at the scene.
The coroner's office identifies the motorcycle rider as Zachary Allen and the bicyclist as Zachary Blessing. WKYT's Carly Hochstein shows us how some people are now voicing their concerns of the safety on roadways.
Right here on the intersection of Mason Headley and Beacon Hill Road was where last night around 7 o'clock a bicyclist and a motorcyclist collided, leaving 2 fatalities. And so now bicyclists and pedestrians are calling for more safety measures to be added to Lexington roads. Joshua Cromwell, who lives at the intersection of the collision, says with drivers speeding, the roads are sometimes not safe enough to bike or even walk his dog.
To me, it shocks because it's such a major road and there's no sidewalks or anything like that.
And that's why avid cyclists like Julie Bowers Pryor says that more bike lanes and sidewalks would help everyone feel safer.
When I'm in a space where I have a protected lane, I know that there is space reserved for me and that motorists are going to be aware of that being separate, and that adds an extra layer of protection for the cyclist.
The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet counted at least 66 pedestrian and bicycle deaths so far this year in Kentucky. Bowers Pryor says now is the time to start making a change.
Any loss is tragic and heartbreaking, and anything that is a preventable loss is even worse.
She says simple things like educating one another on cycling and driving laws, or even being patient on the road, can make a change.
You don't know who that person is on that bicycle. That could be somebody's mother, husband, sister, child. Their life, and it matters.
In Lexington, Carly Hogston, WKYT.
We will continue to update you as the police are still investigating this incident. To get alerts, you can download our free WKYT News app. Attorney General Russell Coleman has responded to Governor Beshear's call to vote against a proposed constitutional amendment that could impact schools. Amendment 2 would allow some tax dollars to be redirected to private schools. Supporters say it would provide more options for parents, while opponents, including Pulaski County school leaders, argue it could harm public school funding. The school district recently removed Facebook posts opposing the amendment following a warning from Coleman. The Attorney General stated he values the governor's comments, but emphasized his role is to clarify and enforce the law.
My job as Attorney General, and he should remember this as a former Attorney General, my job is to very clearly spell out what the law is, and then if the law is violated, enforce the law.
The amendment will be on the November ballot.
Goodwill Industries of Kentucky has opened its first attended donation center in Lexington today.
Located at 2285 Versailles Road, the center is open daily from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Donations are accepted only during operating hours and will be moved to local stores to support employment programs and career services.
New at 6, 2 Fayette County students were named finalists in the I Voted sticker contest. Secretary of State Michael Adams announced 3 finalists for each of the elementary, middle, and high school categories. Fayette County's representatives are Caroline Ferris Renfro from Lexington Christian Academy and Colin Harris from Lafayette High School. You can cast your vote for your favorite sticker at the Secretary of State's office booth at the Kentucky State Fair.
Fairly nice evening overall across the area on this Friday. The severe weather threat, though, is going to return, and maybe in a big way, on your Saturday afternoon and evening. We're tracking that on a First Alert weather weekend here in just a moment.
Plus, the Woodland Art Fair is back this weekend. What makes this event a must-see?
Together, let's drive at Bob Allen Chevrolet. Lease and save on Bob Allen's selection of new Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Shop online anytime at boballenmotormall.com.
Time for a new air conditioner? Get up to $500 off a brand new Select heat pump system with Greenbox Home Services. Don't wait. This offer ends soon.
Catch you on the Fritz side for all your HVAC and plumbing needs.
Greenbox Home Services. Reliable service by good people.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cardtown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. At new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
After my wreck, it felt like my world was inside out and upside down. So I called the Hammer.
I'm attorney Daryl Isaacs. Don't let a car wreck turn your life upside down. We're here to make things right and fight to get you every dollar you deserve.
The Hammer got me right side up and on the road to recovery with $450,000.
We've recovered billions of dollars for our clients. At Isaacs & Isaacs, we fight and we win.
Call 877-ALL-7s. The all-new 2024 Chevrolet Traverse has arrived at Ron Hatfield Chevrolet. It's redefining what an SUV can be. The new Traverse is completely redesigned from the ground up with bold, sculptured exterior lines, premium comfort for up to 8 passengers, and cutting-edge technology. With 4 trim levels to choose from, including a first-ever off-road ready Traverse C71, all starting at $37,600. This all-new SUV can handle any lifestyle without breaking the bank. Check out the all-new Traverse here at Ron Hatfield Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Labor Day starts now at P-Rats. Electrolux front-load laundry pair only $13.99. Frigidaire Professional 4-piece kitchen package just $34.99 after rebate. Plus next-day delivery and up to 3 years special financing. Nobody beats P-Rats.
Gates Auto Family, built by this family and operated by this family since 1915.
At Bob Allen GMC, we are professional grade. Lease and save on Bob Allen's selection of new GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Shop online anytime at boballenmotormall.com.
At WKYT, keeping you ready for weather is why we First Alert.
Welcome back. WKYT is a proud sponsor of the Woodland Art Fair this weekend. The cultural event brings people to the Bluegrass from all over the country. New at 6, here's a preview of what you can expect. More than 70,000 people are expected to attend this year's Woodland Art Fair at Lexington's oldest park, Woodland Park.
We have over 200 booths, over 100 are artist booths, and we have beverage and food booths and entertainment and just a big art fair.
For over 50 years, the Lexington Art League and Lexington Parks and Recreation have partnered to put on the event.
It's really representing what a creative culture we have here. We have so many craftsmen and people who appreciate handmade items and appreciate being together.
And you can purchase handmade items all weekend long.
Jewelry, art for your yard, art for your walls, sun catcher, you know, just any sort of ceramics, canes, brooms, all just across the spectrum.
It's sure to be a weekend filled with beauty and community.
Bring your camera because you're going to want to take pictures and just get ready to have the time of your life.
The fair starts at 10 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. We'll have a booth out there both days, so be sure to come out and see us.
Now, WKYT First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
And we will do our very, very best to try and keep the rain away from out there and from whatever event you're heading to this weekend. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the weekend. Friday that started out with some booming thunderstorms, ending with a little steam out there. And yeah, the threat is there for more thunderstorms to really ramp up as we go into Saturday afternoon and evening. That's why your First Alert Weather Day just continues through the day on Saturday. Damaging wind risk, locally heavy rains can put down a quick inch or two. Look at the view from our tower cam toward downtown. We had the thunderstorms this morning, put down, again, beneficial rains. You can see a little steam that is showing up as we roll into your Friday evening. How about your Saturday? A few strong thunderstorms may be severe by the end of the day and into the evening. I think we get more than one round of those strong thunderstorms that can go severe at times with another steamy atmosphere out there. Temperatures into the 80s with humidity levels that are really jacked up yet again. First Alert Radar Network across the southeast, those showers and thunderstorms are really now beginning to head on out of Kentucky. We're about to shut the rain down across that 119 corridor. A couple of showers on top of Somerset a little bit ago are dwindling now east of Shopville. In the northern parts of the state, we have a better chance for an isolated shower or thunderstorm. Doesn't include Lexington. Get out there and enjoy your Friday evening. Not that you need me to nudge you to enjoy a Friday evening, right? A couple of raindrops here between Maysville and Vanceburg, right on top of the AA highway. You get into Covington, Cincinnati, Kings Island, maybe up toward Dayton. Okay, it's some scattered stuff that is out there. Here is our boundary. That is to the northwest of the Ohio River. Southern edge of this slowing down with a wave of low pressure developing along it. You got heat and humidity across the deep south into the lower Mississippi Valley, and then another blast of awesome that is coming in behind this boundary. So the stage is set tomorrow for those two to fight it out across Kentucky. So we got a ringside seat to that fight. Unfortunately, that means the threat is there for some severe weather, and the bullseye is right on top of central and parts of eastern Kentucky second half of the day into tomorrow evening. Future radar satellite this evening. Hey, anybody's fair game for a pop-up shower or thunderstorm. Nothing terribly concentrated through tonight. We wake up in the morning, a little fog is out there. Middle of the day, it's steamy. And then all of a sudden, we notice these thunderstorm clusters that try to build right on top of central Kentucky, roll their way to the east. You think you get rid of the thunderstorms when one goes past your house. And then all of a sudden, an hour or two later, the atmosphere says, oh, I'm not done with you just yet. Watch those thunderstorms 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, building back in along and south of 64 especially. And then by 10 tomorrow evening, with that front that is on the move from north to south, that continues to press this stuff into southeastern Kentucky, and then it's gone. Or is it? Okay, the clusters of severe weather will be gone Sunday afternoon and evening on a northwest flow upstairs coming in behind a departing low pressure. Lots of low clouds, gusty showers, and a rumble or two of thunder. That is with this blast of cool air that is coming in behind that departing low, and with Canadian high pressure that is going to flex on us across the eastern half of the country. Yet again, this is the blast of September part 2. You know, often when you're talking movies, the sequel isn't as good as the original. I think this one's going to be as good as the original, what we just had last weekend and early this week. We're going to do it again. into the first half, at least of next week, with upper 70s to low 80s for highs, low humidity. Temperatures Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, upper 40s, a possibility. Oh, if you're a fan of fall, that'll get those juices flowing. Cue the pumpkin spice latte. Here we go with those cooler than normal temperatures as we go into next week.
We'll take them.
Yeah,
Sounds great.
It's going to feel like that by that point. Chris, thank you so much. The summer isn't over yet, though, and that does mean that baseball is still alive and rolling.
Brian, we had a battle of the bluegrass in the Show Me State today.
How about that? South Lexington and Campbellsville in the Cal Ripken 12U National Championship game. Campbellsville had never defeated South Lexington. Would it happen today? But the big news is about the biggest young man in Central Kentucky. Malachi Moreno will wear the colors of Kentucky.
At WKYT, we are committed to bringing you First Alert weather.
Good evening, everybody. It's a very nice afternoon across the area, but
Forecasting the weather where you live. Keeping you ready for weather is why we First Alert.
Don't miss the CF Moto all-cylinder sales event going on now at Tom Wood Power Sports CF Moto of Lexington. Savings up to $3,000 on off-road vehicles and up to $1,500 on motorcycles. You don't want to miss these savings at Tom Wood Power Sports CF Moto of Lexington.
Watch Mondays on Everyday Kentucky for the BOGO Mondays Deal of the Week. Buy one, get one free at restaurants, spas, detailing, and more. Sign up at WKYT.halfoffdeal.com for deals delivered directly to your inbox. BOGO Mondays on Everyday Kentucky.
Really ruined everything. I should have done something sooner.
Everybody hopes that this won't be a big problem. Unfortunately, basement water, it always gets worse. Don't worry, we got this.
Great. Well, let's stop it from getting in.
The effects of water can be surprising, but you can. Put water back in its place with the free inspection from AFS. And now receive no interest on any repairs if paid in full in 24 months. Call or go online today.
On Kentucky Newsmakers, back to school and other topics with Fayette County Superintendent Demetrius Liggins and Aaron Thompson, who oversees colleges and universities. Kentucky Newsmakers, Sunday morning at 11:30 on WKYT.
Don't miss the CF Moto all-cylinder sales event going on now at Tom Wood Power Sports CF Moto of Lexington. Savings up to $3,000 on off-road vehicles and up to $1,500 on motorcycles. You don't want to miss these savings at Tom Wood Power Sports CF Moto of Lexington.
Don't drop the ball. Call the hammer.
We first saw Malachi Moreno as an 8th grader, and he stood 6'7". College coaches immediately started asking questions as to who is this young man. Well, those college coaches will not be ringing the phones anymore because he is committed to Kentucky. Earlier today, Malachi Moreno said he is going to be a Kentucky Wildcat. He has done everything that he has needed to do to go to the Division I level, and he also talked about everything that he has learned from his coaches and explains why Kentucky was not just a basketball decision.
I think just the love they showed my family, just because I'm a big family guy, and just seeing if it was the right fit for me, showing me their plan they had for me, different things like that.
Yes, he's a heck of a basketball player, but you're going to get an incredible kid. And, you know, it's great to have somebody with that much talent that you don't have to worry about. You know what I'm saying? He's going to do the right thing. Kentucky fans are going to absolutely fall in love with him.
Well, Kentucky basketball announcing a pair of exhibition preseason games today. The Wildcats will host Kentucky Wesleyan October 23rd. Minnesota State Mankato October 29th. The UK has played Wesleyan in 2004 and 2019. It will be the first meeting ever with Minnesota State. Last season, the Mavericks from the land of 10,000 lakes went 35-2, winning the Division II National Championship. All right, let's talk a little baseball, okay? South Lexington and Campbellsville. That's going to be Jace Gray with the base hit. And that's going to score Braylon Riley. Campbellsville on the board 1-0. Will Landis, the pitcher, adds to the lead in the fourth. Single to center, but watch Hunter Blackerby. He's going to come up throwing. That's Sally Burks' grandson. It almost gets him at first, but it's 2-0. South Lex, hey, she called about the game. We got to work her in the highlights. South Lexington threatens in the sixth. Back-to-back doubles. Grady Williams nearly ties it with one swing, but that two-bagger makes it 2-1. And unfortunately for South Lexington, that's how it would end. Campbellsville beats South Lexington for the first time ever, winning the United States Championship. That is sports. We'll be right back.
Feels good to be home. Ashley's Labor Day sale is going on now, and everything is on sale. Doorbusters are up to 60% off, starting at just $1.99. Plus, our price match guarantee ensures you're getting the best deal. Only at Ashley.
There's a world to see, so start at Skaggs RV. You're all I need to get by. There's no looking back for us. We got love, sure enough, that's enough. You're all that I need to get by.
When you need a fighter, you need us. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, for the people.
Don't miss Toyota's national sales event going on now at Green's Toyota of Lexington. Save up to $7,000 off suggested retail price on new 2024 Tundra models. Or take advantage of special APR starting as low as 1.99% for up to 48 months on new 2024 Tundra models in stock. Hurry in, it's Toyota's national sales event going on now at your dealer of choice for over 50 years.
Great people, great cars, great Greens.
Feels good to be home. Ashley's Labor Day sale is going on now, and everything is on sale. Doorbusters are up to 60% off, starting at just $1.99. Plus, our price match guarantee ensures you're getting the best deal. Only at Ashley.
Is your AC or plumbing not working properly? Get $30 off any service repair with Greenbox Home Services. Don't wait, this offer ends soon. Call today.
Catch you on the Fritz side for all your HVAC and plumbing needs.
Greenbox Home Services. Reliable service by good people.
WKYT is live, local, trusted to bring you the big stories.
We do have breaking news out of Powell County on WKYT News at 4:30.
A grocery store caught fire there this afternoon.
WKYT was the only station live on the scene.
A 3-county effort working together to put out that fire. The smoke damage was extensive.
It's hard when you lose anything like this in a small community.
We'll let you know on air and online as we learn more again about that fire.
Tomorrow's Weather Today, weekdays at 6 p.m. on WKYT News.
Welcome back in, everybody, and happy Friday as we look ahead tomorrow's weather today. It is a steamy day again. Humidity's way up there. First alert weather day. We're going to watch for some strong or severe thunderstorms during the late afternoon and into the evening. Those thunderstorms may pack a bit of a punch with damaging winds, a lot of heavy rain as well. So keep that in mind tomorrow. It's not going to be all day stuff. View from our WKYT tower cam. Check out that view. You can almost see a little steam coming after today's rains that we had. I don't see the blimp out there anymore, by the way. I think it landed at least out of Bluegrass Airport.
It went on, right? Yeah. Destiny Quinn, we appreciate you being here tonight
Thanks for
Amber,
having me.
right? You can catch Destiny 7 to 9 on the CW Lexington and on our
10 a.m.
mid-morning.
Yep, that's right.
All right. Everybody, local news is about to